from 1635 till today, Boston stands really at the place where education began in this country. And so that legacy, I think, continues on.
I love what I do. I love coming in, spending the time with the kids because they have so much to offer.
There's a level of creativity and innovation and commitment to reform here that we don't see everywhere.
It's about partnership, about collaboration. Whatever the word you want to use is about, let's get the job done. And we get the job done well.
I am so satisfied. This job is so rewarding. It's so fulfilling. It fuels me every single day.
This is a place that I could definitely say that I'm proud of.
What's happening here is working. We know what works. What's required then to get results from any school is no longer a mystery. And that means there can't be any more excuses.
They're eager. They just need the exposure. And when they come through that door, that's what they're going to get.
Good morning, Giselle. Good morning, Amari.
We can't only focus on academics. We have to understand that we're educating a whole child, and that social-emotional framework is really, really critical.
It was enough to prove that she liked me. What we know is that you have to engage not just the mind, you have to engage student spirit. You have to engage their willingness to put in the effort and the time.
As soon as I started teaching, I realized that this job is going to require a lot more than just whether or not I can teach the content. It's whether I can relate to children, whether or not I can be respectful of their backgrounds.
Not every child learns in the same way. How are we going to use technology to help students with disabilities? How are we going to make sure that we individualize and personalize instruction so that we get every single student to their full potential?
How we doing? I can tell you exactly where every kid in my school is reading and what their strengths are as readers and what their gaps are as readers. We're starting to actually see the academic outcomes and benefits of inclusion this year for all of our learners.
Excel means to be better at something than most people are.
There's all kinds of learners in our community, and you get what you need. And that doesn't look the same for everybody. But that, again, with increased, highly trained staff, reduced class size, and more adults, all kids get more attention. So that's a great thing for your highest achievers, too.
In the last 3 years, we have doubled the number of ELLs who are proficient and advancing the MCAS.
Being a teacher, I love the idea that I'm a lifelong learner, and regardless of how many years I spend doing this, I'm going to keep on learning.
Think about Boston. It's such a big city. So you would think maybe there would not be that much resources or support for the teachers, but it's definitely otherwise. I mean, my first year teaching, there's so much PDs, professional developments, that they offer for teachers.
We built our innovation plan starting in January of last year. And that innovation planning committee involved district leaders, parents, teachers, community members, and then myself to build the actual components of the plan. I think there's a number of things that we want to do. One is we want to make this a place where every kid walks out prepared to go on to a middle school that's going to give them the skills to go on to higher education. We want to challenge all of our students.
Good morning, boys and girls.
At the Elihu Greenwood Leadership Academy, we focus on discovering leaders and cultivating learners. That's our mission. I see so many leaders that can just take this and take it to the next level. and that's exciting. Teachers are actually, staff, they're actually owning this.
Here at the Boston Scholar Athletes program, we focus on providing academic resources to all current and potential scholar athletes in 19 Boston public high schools. What we're seeing is a direct correlation in most of our zones between the time spent in the zone and a rise in GPAs.
So we have our special needs population, that's about 34%. And then we have a population that, you know, kind of in that middle gray area, that needs improvement area. Based on our turnaround status, we have an extended school day. So every day we're from 7:30 to 3:30. And so we have different, we call them B1 and B2 blocks, where we pull the students into small groups for tiered instruction. So for example, some students work on their reading skills, some students work on their math skills. We focus on effective instruction. We focus on building a culture of inclusion.
Definitely some new changes in the classroom. Teachers are looking at things in a new way. Leadership's looking at things in a different way.
When we started this effort in 2009, 2/3 of children up through grade 8 had access to weekly, year-long arts during the school day. Today, that number is 9 of 10 across our middle, elementary, and K-8 schools, and access to arts for high school students has nearly doubled. That's 14,000 more children who are receiving arts during the school day compared to 3 years ago.
Good morning, welcome to Parent University. Breakfast is being served in the hall.
We see more parents at Parent Council. Our Student Site Council, which our governance board, is increasing, and parents just want to become more involved in what's going on. They call more, you know, we have more parent conferences where we really reach out to our families to have them connect with the curriculum and connect with the teachers, and helping them know that we're in a partnership together to really make improvements for the school, you know, and for the students. We cannot do it alone unless we really build that partnership with families.
We have so much going for us. We just got to learn how to brag more about what's going on in the Boston Public Schools.
It hurts me when I hear people say that our schools are full of students who don't want to learn and who are involved in only negative habits. And they are the most curious, most hardworking group of students that I have ever worked with.
And I think we do have to operate with a clear sense of urgency. Our students can't spend one more day in a classroom where they're not learning. But at the same time, we have to recognize that transformation, if it's deep and sustained, doesn't happen overnight. It happens with persistence. It does happen with new and innovative ideas. It happens with a willingness to change.